Ladies and gentlemen, today we're checking out the two top viewed tier lists, both in video format and in short format. So let's start off with the short format. I'm going to be honest, this is literally embarrassing. This has 7.5 million views ranking COD zombie noises. Ladies and gentlemen, anything is possible. You think you can't make it in this world. This man got the most viewed Call of Duty zombie tier list short just by waving his arms. Please, God, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the actual most viewed tier list, though. This is actually by Tim Hansen, clocking in at 5.9 million views, pretty much 6 million. Ladies and gentlemen, this is every Wonder Weapon ranked worst to best.
Everyone,
we can do better than this.
Video. I am Tim, and I'm gonna go
over
every single Wonder Weapon in Zombies, and I'm gonna rank them worst to best.
This
Have
is
other people
old
done it?
Tim,
yes.
man.
Is this outdated? Of course it is.
But it's the most viewed tier list, Timothy, man.
I'm gonna do it anyways because I'm bored. These ranking videos are pretty fun to do, and I'm actually the one that popularized these things. All right, nah, just kidding.
And that is why this is the #1 most viewed, Tim. Let's go.
But,
what a
also,
flex.
tell you guys that I'm
W
doing
Tim
Zombies
Hansen.
only, so only World at War, BO1, BO2, and BO3. I ran a
Love
giveaway
the
in my last
ranking.
video. I'm giving away a $60 gift card to any console. All you have to do is go to that last video. Like
That's why this is the most viewed, bro. That gift card giveaway.
the video,
You want to join my free gift card giveaway?
and you are entered. I will announce the winner eventually, but for now I want to give more time for people to go on there and try to enter. But I don't want to waste your time.
Let's
Let's
go,
hop into
baby.
this. Coming in at number 24, the worst Wonder Weapon in all of Zombies
It's the jet gun.
the Thrusterdyne Aeronautics
Yes!
23, aka the jet gun, aka
So Timothy's been spitting straight factuals his whole career, is what I'm hearing, dog.
the biggest piece of shit
All
ever
right.
in Zombies.
This
Not
is
only
exactly
is it
what I'm talking about.
extraordinarily difficult and tedious to craft this thing. Not only does it break after just seconds of using
the
it, but
90s
training
rap,
with this
too.
weapon is like carrying around a sumo wrestler and trying not to get hit by a car. If you were really good at Zombies, you could probably maximize this thing to its fullest potential.
What a great analogy, bro.
And even then, it's still
That's so
terrible,
funny.
and it falls on the worst map in Zombies, which naturally makes it the worst Wonder Weapon in Zombies. And if you enjoy this thing, you're probably the type of
To give you context, it took me over 24 hours of game time to learn how to use the jet gun efficiently and get to round 96. I almost got to round 100, but my game crashed.
person
so
that wears gloves when
that's
it's not
crazy.
cold out. That's your number 24. Coming in at number 23, we
The
have the
VR11,
VR11 from Call of the
bruh,
Dead.
no.
One of the best maps and the second worst Wonder Weapon ever. VR11,
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. You're a really cool concept, turning zombies into CIA agents, but beyond that, you have literally no power, very little ammo, and
It's wild because the Modern Warfare 3 Zombies VR11 went from the worst Wonder Weapon to literally the best Wonder Weapon in that game. But nobody can even log into that game right now, so...
you can temporarily get rid of George.
Triple A
You're practically
video
useless
game, by the
beyond
way.
that. Unless you're playing with friends, in which case you can shoot them and they actually get an insta-kill and a zombie blood combined
Yeah.
for 30 seconds. But
He,
I
even,
usually
he mentions the insta effect. Let's go.
play solo, and I don't use this unless I am doing the Easter egg. Coming in at number
Winter's
22,
Owl.
we have
This is
the
a perfect
Ice
list so
Tab's
far.
Challenged brother, the Winter's Owl. The Winter's Owl
Literally,
is not
bruh.
terrible until around 25, and then it's a piece of shit. You freeze
Yeah.
zombies, you shoot the ice cubes, and they die. I find it pretty interesting that the two maps we got
There's no reason this could not have had a bigger buff on Classified. I've seen a video where CJ Santa said that this Wonder Weapon has infinite damage on Classified. What?
this Wonder Weapon on happen to be the two most
I don't
close-quartered
believe it.
maps.
I don't
ever.
believe
It's just
it.
not that powerful.
I don't
and doesn't
believe
have
it.
A lot of ammo.
But this
Coming
is
in
without BO4
at
though.
your number 21 spot, we have the all-time classic
No,
ray gun, which
it's so sad that the ray gun is like it's top 5 worst Wonder Weapons, but it's so iconic, man.
is on every single Treyarch map ever. It is pretty good until the mid-20s, and when upgraded, probably the mid-30s, but beyond that, it is actually like...
Fun fact, so many people don't know this, but the ray gun upgraded gets 0 damage buff at all. It is fully for ammo. So a lot of people don't know that, but There you go.
shooting a water gun at the zombies. It was pretty good in World at War, really good in Black Ops 1. Black Ops 2, it was sort of meh, and in Black Ops 3,
it needed AATs in BO3, bro. Could you imagine the ray gun with separate AATs, like the double pack bunch abilities, like dead wire turned? Oh my gosh, that would have been sick with the ray gun, bro.
completely irrelevant.
I would have loved to have seen that.
Every time I see this gun in the box, my eyes light up. But then I remember the amount of recoil and splash damage this thing contains, and then
no PhD on BO3 as well. Yeah, the ray gun got shafted in this game.
just don't want to pick it up. So it comes in at number 21. Coming in at number 20, we have the Ray Gun Mark II. This is slightly better than the Ray Gun, but not above anything else.
I think I ranked it a little higher just because this is technically the best variation of the ray gun. Like, you could technically argue that the Mark III is better, but in terms of the headshot multiplier, this is what makes the Mark II so good. And you can take out zombies, I would say, upwards of like round 60 to 70. It's insane, man.
Essentially, what they did was take away all the splash damage. It is a pretty solid...
You can still get splash damage on BO3, though. Where's PhD?
Solid weapon, but it doesn't have
Where's
ammo,
PhD?
and it comes in at number 20. Number 19, the Scavenger.
Oh.
Two pretty bad wonder weapons on one map equals one good one, right? To be honest, this is one of my favorite wonder weapons. I mean, it's an explosive sniper.
Thank God Call of the Dead Remastered exists, where it's infinite damage now. Why Treyarch didn't do that is beyond me. They just wanted to see us suffer, man.
What is there not to like about that? And when paired with PhD Flopper, you are invincible when you have this thing. Until about round 35 when it drops off and becomes completely useless. Yeah, it happens pretty suddenly. And
35 is when it starts making crawlers, and then by around 42, it barely takes them out.
And it's not fun. This is why not a lot of people can get to round 100 on Call of the Dead.
Now, nobody solo yet, but soon with the VR11, funnily enough, like, isn't that funny? Like, the VR11 technically is better than the Scavenger on the map.
It's just the wonder weapons that kill it. Scavenger, I love you, buddy, but number 19 is where you are. At your number 18 spot, we have the Wunderwaffe DG2.
Listen, this is a controversial pick. I think the Wunderwaffe is one of the best weapons because it's infinite damage, right? But it only takes out 10 zombies a shot. And on World at War, there's 24 zombies a horde, so that's 3 shots to take out 24, right? I don't know, man.
People are gonna shit on me for this one, but listen,
I agree with this pick,
This thing
though.
reminds me of the good old days in zombies. I love watching the zombies just get electrified together in one big chain. But what really kills this gun for me is the ammo and how glitchy it is on World at War and occasionally on Black Ops.
It needed more ammo. I'm gonna be honest. The Wunderwaffe in Modern Warfare 3 zombies though is busted.
And it simply isn't
one
as
of the best
powerful
wonder
as the wonder
weapons.
weapons above this. So it comes in at number 18. Number 17, the KT4 from CNS. Now, a lot of people...
This one, I think people were shafting for so long. I disagree with this one. KT4, it's infinite damage forever when you get the Masamune. It's goated, man.
Don't like this wonder weapon.
This wonder weapon does
like
so
Zetsubo,
many
but
different
it's
things.
Actually not that bad.
It's
Why above the 1D,
it's a
though,
good
you may
wonder
be
weapon.
wondering? Well, it has more ammo, it has more damage, and it's upgradable, and it can kill more zombies at once due to the
It is statistically better than the Wunderwaffe, without a doubt.
splash damage of it. So it basically wins in every single category except for nostalgia. But the KT4 is a pretty average wonder weapon in Black Ops 3. Number 17 is where it be. Coming in at number 16, we have the Ray Gun Mark III from...
Dang. See, this is the thing that's so interesting. Like, statistically, this is incorrect because the Mark III can only max take them out by like round 50, 60, right? It slows down so hard. But like KT4 can bring you straight to 100, man. That's the crazy thing. It also goes about like how effective they are on the lower rounds as well. I would say the Ray Gun Mark III is more effective than the KT4 on lower rounds. I would agree with that.
From Garage
Just the
Cove,
charge
this
up.
thing is the epitome of good, but not great. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty badass sending zombies through an interdimensional portal when I shoot this thing, but if you want to get around 100 on a map...
Custom Zombies ruined this wonder weapon for me, bro. It's in like every Custom Zombies map too.
Map like Garage Crovy, you need a little bit more firepower. This thing will easily carry you through the 60s, 70s, but beyond that, it's a little bit hard, and training with this thing is a nightmare. I feel as though it is a little bit better for camping, and so you can do that, but
it is an ultimate camping ray gun. That's so true.
and there are Valkyrie drones everywhere, and Garage Crovy itself is just a fuckfest. I mean, I like the map. There's nothing wrong with the Ray Gun Mark III per se, but sometimes I feel as though I'm more safe with a gun with double Pap. I feel pretty confident with the ones I've played so far, but keep in mind the more and more I go up this list, the more shaky it's gonna get and the more people I'm gonna lose, so bear with me.
No, I'm excited, Timothy.
Jesus Christ, no way for recording this. I just realized the Smith Plays uploaded this. Oh my...
Bro, welcome to the life of a zombies YouTuber. I remember this is literally the worst thing. 2 zombie YouTubers coming up with the same idea on the same day without even communicating to each other, dog.
God. You know what? It's too late. It's too late. We're going. Let's go.
Yeah.
This list is better anyway! At your number 15 spot, we have the Paralyzer from Buried. If you're a noob, you go on top of the bank and you use this thing until you get to round 1 billion. But
I wish, man. The pre-patch, yes, but round 70 nerf as well. So that's what I'm saying. KT4 is even better than the Paralyzer, man.
in any other scenario on this map, it's not great. Sure, you can fly around. That makes things more convenient. Sure, it slows the...
It's got to be the most unique wonder weapon ever. Like, the wonder weapon gives you flight. Like, that is so unique.
Zombies down.
Like, what?
But collectively, this thing isn't that powerful. It's not badass. The reason why the Paralyzer has made it this far up the list is because A, it doesn't actually have any ammo. It's unlimited ammo, and it's technically infinite damage, so it makes it really easy and convenient to get to a high round, I suppose. But
Infinite damage on the pre-patch was so nice. I wish we could go back to that, personally.
it is way too newbie to have it any higher than number 15.
I
At your
agree.
number 14 spot, we have the
Wonder
Wonder Gun from Mob of the Dead, which is really cool because you can...
See, this I also think is worse than the KT4, right? Like, the Blundergat is amazing, but again, by like round 50, 60, you're going to want to upgrade it to the Acid Gat and just use it as a monkey bomb effect, pretty much.
Actually upgrade it in 3 different ways. You can Pack-a-Punch it and get the Sweeper, you can use the Acid Gat kit to get the Acid Gat, or you could do both and get the Vitrolic Withering. When
Or you could get the Magma Gat.
you shoot the Vitrolic
Which is
Withering,
actually
the zombies
better
are
than all
attracted to
2 of
bolts,
those other
therefore it acts
versions.
like a monkey bomb, which is really helpful for getting out of bad situations. Not to mention, there's a lot of ammo, and it's a very powerful weapon. However, there are 2 catches with this gun. Number 1, you can actually hurt yourself with this weapon. Maybe that's not true, but I'm pretty sure...
No, with the Acid Gat, you absolutely can. I don't think you can with the bullet version, but the Acid Gat is... The damage on that
when I
does
use this
so
thing, I end
bad.
up getting my own explosive damage. And number 2, it sort of does drop off on the higher rounds, and it isn't
100%.
as dependable as the weapons above this one, so it comes in at number 14. At your number 13 spot, we have the 3179
Dang, see, this is where I fully disagree, man. The baby gun should be way higher. Like, the infinite damage, the rage, the amount of zombies it affects, the ammo. Oh, man. This is so good, because, like, even my old ranking tier lists were not statistically rated, and now there's, like, a definitive ranking of what's worse and what's the best.
JGV215, aka
so crazy.
the baby gun from Shangri-La.
But I would say the practicality of the baby gun is not that great. Sometimes I find myself just spamming too much ammo, you know, because it doesn't always hit all the zombies.
Wow, this is my personal favorite wonder weapon of all time. It turns the zombies into babies, and you literally punt the babies.
Kick the baby! Don't kick the goddamn baby! Kick it! Wah! Ah!
This weapon technically
South Park knew what they were doing, dog.
outputs 0 damage, so when you shoot this thing into a horde of zombies, they actually have no damage done to them. They just shrink, allowing you to be able to kick them. So it technically does have infinite damage, and it does have a pretty good amount of ammo. When the babies hit you, I think they do half damage, which obviously isn't a lot, but when they're in a...
I think it is half damage because it's like it goes from a 5-hit death to a 12-hit death, I'm pretty sure. So a little bit more than half.
giant horde together, you can down pretty easily if you don't take care of them. So if you slip up and make one mistake, or there's a monkey on the ground that's distracting you, you really could seriously die from using this thing. So in practicality, it isn't a great weapon. But if you're really good at zombies...
See, that's what I mean. Like, the practicality of this weapon is why it took me so long to get Shang 100, man.
It's definitely one of the best wonder weapons in the game. At
is.
your number 12 spot, we
Hey!
have the Slipper Fire from Die Rise. Now, before this thing got patched, it would likely be number 1, but obviously...
I respect this pick because, yes, pre-patch, this would be number 1. Die Rise Remastered.
There you go. And it's not as effective as it once was. It has a pretty good amount of ammo, and it still is one of the better wonder weapons, but it just doesn't have the same punch to it. And if you're towards a ledge, it can be very hazardous because you can very easily slip.
It's funny because I know what this liquefier looks like on the Die Rise Remastered for BO3, and I look back at this one, and I'm like, man, it looks so bad. There's just no color to the gun, man. It looks just as washed out as the rest of the map.
Off, and Die Rise has more than its fair share of ledges that lead to your death, so it comes in at number 12. At your number 11 spot, we have the Apothecary.
No way. Dude, no way. This is like everybody's number 1. He's got 10 weapons above this. Oh my. Timothy.
Servant. Now, you may be wondering what kind of drugs you do in here.
The legit.
Heroin, cocaine, what is it? Because obviously this shit deserves to be in the top 5. And I can see why you would think that, because it is easily the most powerful, because anything anywhere remotely close to this thing when you shoot it is just gone. But right now, I'm pretending like Gobblegum doesn't exist. What do you have?
That's true. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair point.
With this thing, like 10 shots?
That's fair.
Whatever it is, okay? It's not gonna cut it. On round 70, you're not gonna be able to kill that many zombies with how many bullets you have with this thing.
No, that's fair. It really goes to show how alchemical makes this wonder weapon what it is. That's so true. That's a fair point.
You can upgrade it in Revelations, which makes it a little bit better, but the most powerful wonder weapon, but the ammo drags it all the way down to 11. As we crack the top...
I think we're just ranking off of raw damage, because, yeah, the Apothicon can't take out the boss zombies either. So.
Then we have the Thunder Gun.
What is going to be better than the Thunder Gun? Dang!
The ultimate save me.
Timothy!
So when you're in any situation that makes you uncomfortable, like your mom is on your back for not doing the dishes, or when there's too many zombies in front of you, you just...
I did not hear that right for a sec.
Fucking fire this thing, and that situation is a thing of the past. The Thunder Gun is just fucking awesome, and it has pretty much everything. It has the defense to it, it has the offense to it, it has the nostalgia to it, except the ammo. It's not as bad as the Apothicon Servant.
Again, all chemical though. That's true though. It is better than the Apothicon. That is so true.
But it's still really kind of lower than it should be. Like if you're on Ascension and you're using this thing, you will notice how little ammo this thing has when you're around like 70 and you're just fucking begging for a max ammo. Coming in at number 9, we have the
the wave gun above the Thunder Gun. That is insane because the wave gun doesn't make drops, right? That's why the Thunder Gun is better. The BO1 Thunder Gun doesn't make drops, but the BO3 Thunder Gun does, right? So but I love the aesthetic of the wave gun. It's like a red ray gun and a blue ray gun put together as a wave gun. That's so genius, man. They cooked on Moon, man.
Gun from Moon. Now, this thing is the exact same thing as the Thunder Gun, except there are dual-wield zap guns, which have a fuck ton more ammo. I think this gun is very undervalued, and I think people don't realize how truly amazing this wonder weapon is.
It is amazing. The range is huge as well. The wave gun, one of the most slept-on wonder weapons ever.
It's definitely better than the Thunder Gun, so it's right above it. That's right. Number 8, we have the Lightning.
Wow. Okay, I disagree hard. The Lightning Staff has to be the worst staff. It is the worst staff of the 4, but it should not be above the rest. But I guess it's just the feeling of power it gives you, right? Like on the low rounds, the Lightning Staff is incredible.
Staff from Origins, we're getting into those staves and bows, man.
Yeah.
And this is probably the worst staff, but no staff is bad. They're just not as good as the others. I really have nothing negative to say about this. It's better than all of the ones we've talked about thus far, but it's not as good as the ones above it. Sounds fucking obvious, but that's really just the truth of it. Coming in at
the upgrade is so bad though. Like the fire one also is good, but the problem is that even nowadays people crash using the fire staff. So it's like it just makes it suck, you know?
Number 7, we have the fire staff. These two staffs are definitely interchangeable. I think they're statistically pretty much identical.
They are very
one's
similar.
Lightning, one's fire. I personally prefer the fire, so that's why I put it higher.
The charge ability is way better.
At your number 6 spot, we have the Void Bow, which is undeniably the...
Bro, this is wild. He put the bows and the staffs up top. I can respect that. Also, the Void Bow got a huge buff since the launch of Drak, and I still think it's probably one of the best bows in the map.
Worst of the bows, but is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. I, for one, really like this
I think the fire bow now is the worst. Not the regular one, but the upgrade
bow, and honestly, I have nothing negative to say about it.
Because also, guess what? The fire bow causes crashes as well. So just any fire weapon that Treyarch makes just crashes your game.
Other than the fact that it is not good for a save me wonder weapon. When you're in a bad situation and you need to get out of it
Horde
quickly,
escape
this is not the thing to have, okay? Throw this thing to the side, you're better off punching them. It takes way too long for the impact to kick in, but otherwise, if you're not in a bad situation, it is
so good for Panzers though. And I think that is a huge issue on DE, especially for boss fight and whatnot.
Really good. Coming in at number 5, we have the fire bow, or should I say the average bow, because there's absolutely nothing special about it.
Other than the lengthy upgrade process.
It does its job, it's very effective, and it is better than the Void Bow for save me situations. Number 4, the Wolf Bow, my personal favorite and the most unique of the 4 of them. When upgrading this bow, you follow the story.
I don't know if this thing is infinite damage. It might be. I'm not sure. I know the lightning bow has definitely gotten nerfed since launch. It's definitely not as good as what it once was, but maybe the wolf bow is now statistically the best bow. I don't know.
The Wolf King, which is an intriguing story to say the least. This bow is also great for sticky situations. You're in a corner surrounded, just fire this thing, bam, they're gone, everything's great.
I love this bow. The story about the bow, the Wolf King, the way it works, the sounds, the quest. This bow is perfect, man.
It's just like a
one of the
gun,
best
but it's a bow
wonder
and it's
weapon quests
badass.
ever.
Number 3, the Wind Staff. Now, when we're talking about these staffs, I'm talking about the fully upgraded versions of them. And when this is fully upgraded, I'm fairly sure it has infinite damage.
It does have infinite damage up to about like round 100-ish. And then same thing with the ice staff. It sort of drops off at about like round, I can't remember, like 130-ish. And then you have to start using the Origins tank. But the problem I find with the Wind Staff is that you'll full charge a shot, right? And then you just can't see where the shot is, especially on Black Ops 3, because the wind effects look like terrible. You can't tell.
And it also whirls them up in
like, look at that. You can't even tell.
Tornado and sends them off to fucking Jupiter. So I love this. It doesn't shit out like the lightning and the fire staves, and therefore it comes in at number 3. At your number 2 spot, we have the Ice Staff, which has infinite
Ice Staff is goated, man.
Damage until round 112. What an odd place to suddenly drop off. So it's
Treyarch, why? Like, whoever is in charge of wonder weapon damage statistics, I'd love to have a chat with you one day. Like, just what were you thinking?
technically not as good as the Wind Staff, but it's definitely more effective.
It's funny because the Ice Staff is better because of the Claymore glitch. If you hold out Claymores after you shoot the Ice Staff, it takes away the death animation that causes the zombies to stick around so long. And so that is just some crazy glitch that propels the Ice Staff above the Wind Staff. But I do agree, the Wind Staff is ultimately better. And also, if you just tap it, they just fly away from you, which is so nice.
Before you hit that point. It isn't great for those save me situations, but if you're camping with this thing, all you have to do is keep firing it, and nothing is going to even fucking come close to you, so it doesn't even matter. So on paper, it isn't as good as the Wind Staff, but in all reality, it is. And that leaves you with your number 1 spot,
the lightning bow.
Now, why is this bow better than the others? Well,
because you could just AFK and use it, dude. Honestly, I can understand this. Also, like, the lightning bow is pretty much as effective as one thunder gun bullet, and you get like, what, 70 total? So it's like you'll never run out of ammo. So it's like, I agree. When you have all of these wonder weapons and you don't have gobble gums, and it's just that wonder weapon and you surviving, the lightning bow would probably be one of your best picks because you just get so much bang for your buck. It's insane. Some of the picks, like, I would even put like the baby gun up here too because you get a ton of ammo with that thing.
Well, because you can just camp in a corner and spam this thing, and you're untouchable. It has infinite damage, it has the range, it has everything you could want in a wonder weapon. There is absolutely, positively zero flaws with this wonder weapon, and it is the number 1 spot.
It's just so sad that they shadow nerfed it so many years later. But ladies and gentlemen, check out Timothy. I'm liking this video. This has got to be one of the wildest videos I've ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see y'all in that next one, baby.